I know some of us have been carrying things for far too long. Shame, guilt, regrets that whisper you should have. Memories that replay over and over and over again. A corpse that we've chained to our back, rotting and heavy and stinking, but we carry it still. And so today, I'm going to show you how to stop carrying ghosts. Let me tell you, this is a story about death. Death of a ghost, death of an idea, death of a memory, death of an attachment to something that we think we have to hold on to, but we don't. This is a story about letting go of things that are dead. There are things that happen in our lives that we can never get back. There are moments that once they pass, they're gone. They slip through our fingers like sand. They fall off the edge of the boat and we cannot retrieve them. We didn't make the most of them. We were late. We missed them. We broke them. They fell apart. We messed them up. That is part of life. We will mess things up. It becomes another thing if we choose to keep messing with them. That is a separate issue. And so when things die, let them die. That's part of life. Life is death, and death is life. But please do not kill the messenger. Do not kill the memory of it, because that can poison your present, and that will certainly destroy your future. So I want you to look at the thing that happened, whatever it was, and I want you to ask yourself this question. Does that thing, the way it is, does that deserve my present? If the answer is no, then you must release it. You don't need to keep it around. You don't need to build a coffin for it. You don't need to wrap it in layers upon layers of stories that you tell yourself to justify or explain it. Don't need to keep it around. Release it. You could resurrect it, would you? Would you bring it back the way it is? No, you wouldn't. Then it deserves to stay dead, so let it stay dead. Stop feeding it your energy. Stop giving it space in your mind. Stop whispering the name of the ghost. A while ago, I wrote down some names of things that I had to let go of. I won't share the details, but they were things that had to die. Things that I had to release. I just kept looking at those words written down on a piece of paper. And then I did something. I took the paper and I crumpled it up, and I set it on fire. As I watched it burn, there was a sense of relief that came over me that I hadn't expected. I knew that all those things needed to die, and they needed to die in my mind. I needed to let them go, needed to be done with them. So many of us, we cling on to these ghosts because we feel like if we let them go, if we set them free, then we might forget about them. And what does that mean? Doesn't that mean that we forget what happened? Isn't that forgetting the pain? Isn't that forgetting the loss? Isn't that forgetting our wounds? No, it doesn't. It means that we allow ourselves to move on without dragging the dead thing behind us anymore. We have to learn when to set fire to the things we carry and when to walk away from the burning things that we do and carry. And so many times we don't know which one we're doing. We're either lighting the wrong thing on fire or we clinging on to the right thing while it burns us. So I want you to imagine that you're holding on to a ghost. What is that ghost doing to you? Is it stealing your joy? Is it making you tired? Is it keeping you awake at night? Is it locking you in unhealthy relationships? Does it keep bringing you back to the same place that you've already left and are trying to leave? And if the answer is yes, then you have to recognize that what you're holding on to is toxic. Yes, it's painful. Yes, it's dark. Yes, it's lonely. But at least that thing is dead. At least it's not alive anymore. Don't kill the ghost. Just let it die. Allow it to die. So when do we light the fire? When do we burn the ghost? When do we finally let it go and set it free? When it no longer serves us. When it keeps us stuck. When it doesn't help us grow. When it makes us stay small. When it keeps us from showing up in our lives the way we want to. When it keeps us from showing up for the people we love the way we want to. When it steals our peace. When it steals our joy. Now I know that you can hear all of this, and you can say, yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know I have to let go of the past, but I also know that you've heard that before. I know you've been told that before. I know that you've even said that to other people. The truth is that letting go of the past is not something that we do once. It's not something that we do when we go on a retreat and we practice yoga and we sit with a shaman and we drink ayahuasca. We smoke sage and we connect with our ancestors. No, letting go of the past is something that we do every day. Letting go of the past is something that we do every single day. We may not even notice that we're doing it. It's letting go of the little hurts, the little regrets, the little tiny things that happen in a day that we do and deal with and we let go of naturally. You know, there's this expression, if you can't let go of the past, you're bound to repeat it. And it's true. Because if we can't let go of the past, we'll keep experiencing it in different ways. In fact, We'll experience the past more than we'll experience the present if we don't let go. So you have to decide today what you're done with. You have to decide today what you're going to let go of. You have to decide today which ghosts you're going to set free. It's not selfish to let go of the past. It's brave, it's kind, it's courageous. It's generous because you're freeing up your energy to invest in the things that matter. So when you decide what you're letting go of, what do you do with it? How do you honor it? How do you respect it? How do you say goodbye to it? Sometimes we have to say hello to the ghosts before we can say goodbye to them. We have to acknowledge them before we can accept them. We have to accept them before we can forgive them. Forgiveness isn't even for them, it's for us. Forgiveness isn't something we do because they deserve it. It's something we do because we deserve it. We deserve to let go. We deserve to be free. Do you think you could ever forgive yourself if something terrible happened to someone you loved? If you lost them, if you failed them, if you betrayed them, the answer is no. You couldn't forgive yourself. You don't need to ask them for forgiveness. You don't need to ask the past for forgiveness. You don't need to ask your childhood for forgiveness. You just need to forgive yourself for being human. And when you finally decide what you're letting go of, when you finally set the ghost free, when you finally turn your back on the ghost, what do you do next? You walk forward. You walk into the fire ahead. No, this fire is a metaphor. It's the fire that forges, not consumes. It's the fire that demands one thing from you. Show up alive. Show up unafraid. Show up unchained. The fire is everything you desire. The fire is everything you crave. The fire is the best parts of you. The fire is the growth you desire. The fire is the change you seek. The fire is the freedom you seek. The fire is the love you seek. The fire is the life you seek. The second you choose to step into it, the second you choose to walk towards it, you're transformed. So don't be afraid to burn the old version of you that's holding on to ghosts. Burn the version of you that can't go forward. Burn the version of you that's stuck in the past. Burn the version of you that carries things you're not supposed to carry. Burn it all and walk into the fire and be made new. And the minute you feel like you're breaking, that's when you show up. The minute you feel like you can't take another step, that's when you show up. The minute you feel like you're done, that's when you show up. Show up anyway. Show up with everything you have left. Show up with what you've learned from the dying ghost. Show up with what you gained from the burning ghost. Show up with who you decided to be in spite of the ghost. Show up with who you decided to be in spite of what happened. Show up with who you decided to be in spite of what you experienced. This is not where you break. This is where you burn the version of you that can't go forward. So go. Die to the past. Live in the fire. Be made new.